Alright, so this is pretty much my first product review, I guess you'd say. It's for the Pacsafe Venturesafe 15-liter Series G2. They do have a G3 out that I've seen. From what I'm seeing of it, like the back panel, it just looks cheap in comparison. Some of the other things, I haven't looked at it too close because, well, I got this one. But this little odd shape where this side's not as long as this side, looks like they've kind of evened that out, which is nice. Here's, once again, one of my major problems right now, which may make this at the end of its life, for me personally. If I get rid of it, I donate it or something though, because it's completely still useful. This zipper pull though has been giving me a lot of headaches. I'm usually more prepared for it until I just kind of go slower and I kind of pull at the same time. I don't have that. Basically, there was a little plastic sleeve around this twisted metal, which made this slightly larger. Well, that frayed off over time. So I've been using this bag for a little while now. It's been a day bag, and it's my personal item carry-on when I go on the airplane. Right now, I try to pack it out pretty well too, about that size. But anyway, so that frayed off, and now it's doing that a lot. Unless I'm very mindful of it. So the way it is right now, though, like I said, I packed this up pretty well. Not completely like I'm getting ready to go and use this as my personal carry-on, but pretty close, because right now I'm at an Airbnb. Still have a couple more nights here, and then I'll be packing it all out. But anyways, these are some of my normal little items. They have tissues and vitamins and like Advil, Lead, Tylenol, you know, that kind of thing. Some headphones, awesome passport wallet I love. You got to keep the rain cover because this material seems to soak up more water than it actually ever repels. Anyway, so I carry with me the REI Duck's Back 20-liter rain cover. I'll show you that in a minute. I had to make a modification to really make it work really well. But inside here, it's a little mesh pocket. Keep like cables, little things, so you get access to them. The little pockets, it's another little cable. But this other one is supposedly an RFID blocking. I have no idea if it works or anything. I don't test those. So I don't know how. But so anyways, there's that pocket. And then just the main pocket is, besides the two water bottle holders. But this is another great item. This is a camera cube. Basically converts any backpack to a camera bag. In addition, on the top here, when I'm traveling, any batteries or those kinds of things that you're supposed to have with you, carry-on items, particularly, but also my mobile hard drive. This battery is big enough and powerful enough that it charges my laptop, which I love that. But so I keep the miscellaneous stuff on the top when I'm traveling. But and my camera is in pieces here, but when I normally have this inside of this backpack, it would be already just open like that. So here's my laptop. It's a Dell XPS 13. So small laptop fits great up here though. A lot of people are gonna have a bigger laptop than a 13-inch. I probably would upgrade myself next time. It works pretty well though, and it's super compact, so I like that. But back to this here. So when you're traveling out and about, using this as a day bag, you have access to your camera gear. Your camera would just be right here. And really it makes for a great little day bag. Keep a couple of these other items in here. At the very bottom I have a little bit more of my daily items. But I'm a decent sized guy, at 5'11", 200 pounds. So this bag might be considered kind of small for me even, but personally I like it a lot. It had a chest harness here. I took it off because 15 liters to me, I just didn't need it. But this would be about a day pack carried around size for me. And fits really well, nice and comfortable. Kind of wish I'd like to get one of those before I got the access to the camera right here. And because this thing fills up so much, I'm considering going more like a 20-liter bag. But I definitely want to keep it within the realm of not having problems with the airlines. So, zipper pulls, once again, the problem with, having an issue with this, I need to make sure whatever I put on here does have a loop, because they have these integrated little catches. So now it's secure and person can get into your bag. Same thing with this back one here. And this back one, I also zipper pull on that too, but it's larger. Actually has room for a padlock in here. But the space for the zipper pull is larger. So I put this little carabiner, little mini carabiner on here. These are also great where if I didn't have these security features integrated into the bag, so I could link them like that and not have to worry if they're just tucked down the side. What I would be doing is using the same carabiners, and in a case where you've got a padlock, so take that off, and if I've got the padlock loops, you just go straight through those. Your zipper pulls are secure. It's just a great deterrent, slow down the pickpocket type of a thing, and just gives me that peace of mind a little bit, because when you're carrying this stuff around your back, you really, you're rubbing up against things. You don't know exactly what's going on, but if somebody's trying to get into it, you'll feel some tugging or something like that, sure. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So, a couple of nice things about that. Now, a big drawback for me on this bag was this here. Right now, what I did is I got a 6-inch, initially this was a small wristband, just a real tiny one. But it worked for the time being. I just kind of slid it up for whatever reason. But then I got the 6-inch, the long, almost forearm length one. And what I do is I sew them in the middle and I flip it inside out, so it's a smaller tube. And then I could slip it over this mechanism that they've got. And it's actually is a cool little thing, but I just never used it. Is another safety deterrent. There's actually stainless steel cables in this arm. And then you can take this out and loop it around a pole, a chair, anything to just make it so it's a little harder. And there's this little toggle so that it actually won't go down. You can't open that. So, loop it around something, put that over. And now, once again, just something to slow something down. But it would, that whole metal deal would do, it was fraying my clothing. My t-shirts, especially, they were getting all pilled up and everything, just back in the corner, so I know it was this. So when I put this on here, it offers as something soft, and I don't have that issue anymore. So it seems to be working just fine. So hopefully they figure out some way to fix that. But exomesh skeleton, I guess is what they call it, underneath the material, so that there's a safety net there in case anybody slashes it. That's basically the thing. So now the rain fly. So it actually fits it very well. 15 liters is a 20 liter rain cover, but it doesn't seem too big as a problem. But So you just slide it in like that. Normally what you do is you got the elastic little band here, and you go underneath the arms. You got another little loop to tie it into right here. Well, once you do that, it's on there. But my problem I had when I had it like day pack size, not so much stuff in it, I had it creep out eventually throughout the day, and it kind of would have access now where the rain could get in here. So I don't know, just I could tuck it back over and it was okay, but what I did instead, finally I guess I would say, is I just cut the material and exposed this elastic band at the top. And so in between the two arms, I bring this down. And so before I make this connection, I bring that loop through, and then from underneath, I make that connection. Now, you see, there's something pulling this down. So now you just don't have that problem. There's pretty much no way for it. You're always going to get some sort of a pull here. And again, put this thing on. No problem. I don't know why REI, didn't do something of that nature, even just putting another, this one isn't part of the elastic loop, it's just sewn into the material. Put another one of those down here for you to feed through. But I don't know, maybe the newer versions, they're doing that. My only concern is that this wood frame, which be holding up okay. I did this recently. Was very happy with the way it works, and I have to imagine this is some sort of a ripstop nylon, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. So hopefully it continues to do so. But that's pretty much it, I think, for this bag here. Once again, it's been a nice bag. It's really good. It's probably better for day pack size, like in warm weather and whatnot. Right now it's November. I'm in Eastern Europe. So I am carrying a little bit more gear, a little bit more like clothing. I got like a rain jacket in this thing here, just different little things like that. And also having to carry this. It seems small enough, but every little thing, it adds up, just as you always hear. So, might be looking for something more in that 20 liter size, 18, 20 liter. I think that I can get away with without a problem, even on the more strict, Ryanair. So the first one that comes to mind, but I know that there's a lot of them getting more and more strict about your carry-on and on items. But so that's my key. I would love to see luggage pass through, but there's ways to make that happen. Just like twist this up, different linkage systems. But anyways, I just wanted to share that because once again, I might end up having to donate this to somebody someplace along the lines, just because I'm traveling now, and it's I don't know, borderline dead weight for me. But anyways, it's been a good bag. I wanted to share my thoughts on this, and hoping that things just, I don't know, the way I'm talking about things might help you out a little bit in making decisions for yourself, because these things are none of them are cheap, I guess you could say. None of the good ones that I've ever seen. You do want to pay a little bit of money, get quality when you get things, something that's going to last for a long time and do you right. I haven't found a single thing out there that's perfect, especially once you start comparing them to other things that are out there, because certain companies come up with these cool little techniques and ways of doing things that others, well, either by patents, I guess, or things like that, can't even follow suit and do, or they're just not moving in that direction, and that's just how it goes. So anyways, you need to get all the information you can. I'm hoping to continue to put together some hopefully thorough reviews some things that will help you guys out and making your decisions a little bit easier. So thanks a lot for watching.